The whole town, the whole community experienced the flood. Everyone was affected by it. We came back into the store after the water had subsided. People really just started walking in the door, saying, "What can I do?" I didn't call people. I didn't put a cry out for help. The community just showed up. The flood took 3 days, but rebuilding and reopening took 3 months. Once we got our doors open again, people who had never come to Kind Coffee had watched our experience, and they all of a sudden wanted to come and support us.
In 2013, storms brought a 100-year flood to this Colorado community. That doesn't mean it happens once every 100 years. It means in any given year, there's a 1% chance of this magnitude of flooding happening in the area. 1% isn't as small as it sounds. Over a 30-year mortgage, homes in high-risk areas face at least a 1 in 4 chance of being flooded.
I watch the river in a different way now. I'm very aware of what it can do. I can't stop it, but I know how to better prepare for it.
There are many reasons why it's important to stay aware of how your community's flood risk changes. Information is power. That's why FEMA created the Risk MAP program. MAP stands for Mapping, Assessment, and Planning. It's a valuable process for communities to partner with FEMA to update their flood risk data and flood insurance rate maps, also known as flood maps. Flood maps are a tool your community can use to have a conversation about risk and make decisions that work for the community.
My home was flooded in 2004, 2005, and 2006. The home that I lived in, I was the 4th generation owner of, and we decided to move. It was very painful for me. And I understand what the residents who have stuck through all these floods are going through. I feel honored to be able to work with them to try and make a difference here.
The program includes guidance for how data should be collected, compiled, analyzed, and applied to create and update flood maps. Risk Map also outlines how communities can use their flood maps to communicate risk and reduce it.
With the redrafting of the flood maps, people who were not in the floodplain 5 years ago suddenly found themselves in the floodplain, and that was a shock to everybody. The role that the maps play is it's one more tool in our toolbox to assess risk and make mitigation plans.
To be honest with you, at the time when we bought this house, I was so naive about the flood risks. I'm happy that the borough, with the help of FEMA, have been able to help most of us elevate our homes.
Since 2007, we have elevated 41 homes and 2 businesses. We don't have to worry about their safety as much now. It's a simple, quick cleanup, and they're back in their homes. It's a wonderful feeling to be a part of that.
To learn more about risk mapping, assessment, and planning, visit FEMA.gov/mitigation.